Hello everyone, Michelle here from the Creative Cove. Thanks for joining me today. I thought today we would work on our second installment of our little botanical journal we've been playing with scraps, and try and finish the cover. And then we'll see if we have time to do something for a decorative piece for the insert, so for the signatures inside. So let me just see. We got to this point, and I thought we should finish it off. And so I got my sewing machine out and some thread finally. And I did go ahead and cut a few scraps of fabric, so you don't have to watch me do all of that. But these are just random coffee dyed pieces I had. And I thought maybe we could finish off a little kind of quilted look on the back. So I am going to tape some of this down simply because I'm a terrible sewer and it will end up everywhere and completely crooked. I don't mind crooked, but there's crooked and then there's my crooked. And it's just too crooked. It looks very unprofessional, let's say. So I would like to put a little bit of tape just to help stabilize the fabric. And I've tried to put the tape where where I'm not going to stitch, just so that I don't gunk up my machine. And I'll put a little bit here, because this stuff does kind of ruin your machine over time. The glue from the tape will adhere to the needle. It's nothing you can't clean off, but my sewing machine's old and I want to take care of it because it's quite sentimental too. So I want to make sure I don't ruin it deliberately anyways. So I'm put some on this guy, put some along here and along here. And this is just cheap double-sided dollar store tape, so it's not like I'm using the super expensive stuff. I've bought that in the past, the expensive stuff, and it works great. It's like a permanent tape. But for projects like this, where you're really just using it to stabilize things, I would use the cheapy stuff. All right, let's put this down here. Okay, we'll throw this through the sewing machine. Hold it all in. I'm not worried about the stitching or how it's gonna look. Oh, my camera's wonky. Sorry about that. I think that's better. And I'm still not in screen here. There we go. So I just want to stitch down the pieces because I'm not going to do the inside fabric yet because I don't know if I want to add pockets to this, or, you know, it's one of those projects where I'm just kind of making it up as I go. I'm going to see what kind of scraps I have left over from other projects to add to this project. And I'm using a zigzag stitch here because I want the texture of that stitch to show up. I like textures in my covers. I'll stitch across here. And then maybe down one more here. Looks like the day is shaping up to be a really pretty fall day. It's Friday morning here, and it looks pretty sunny out. It was that way yesterday too. It was deceiving because then suddenly we had a thunderstorm. Couldn't believe we had a thunderstorm already. Crazy. So there it is stitched. So you can see just a rough stitch. I might add pockets to this. I might add another drawing to this. So that's why I don't want to do the inside of the journal yet and put fabric in here, because I don't want the stitching to come through necessarily. And I'm now just going to cover up the edges, and I'm just going to throw some scraps down here. So I'll throw a piece of tape in. And I've been busy doodling on those labels. I did a video on that as well, and released it, and I really enjoyed doodling on those labels. And I'll show you those because I think we'll try and incorporate some of those herbs into this journal, because botanical journal can pretty much cover anything that grows, whether it's a herb, a flower, a weed, a tree, anything botanical, right? So I did a series of sketches of herbs. So I thought that'd be kind of nice to add a few of those in here. So we could do a little ephemera. And this is just coffee dyed napkin that I'm using. So I dyed it with coffee, and it was stark white, and I didn't like it stark white, so I threw it in a pot of coffee, let it sit there, and then wrung it out and threw it in the dryer. So it actually still smells like coffee, which is nice because I'm a coffee drinker. I do find that eventually goes away. Unless you seal your fabric in a bag, then it will kind of seal the odor in with it. But if you let your fabric kind of air out, it will, come on, double-sided tape. It will get rid of the coffee smell eventually. There we go. Throw that down there. And then I think I'll put this guy right here. So I'm gonna sew that first. So I can move this back in. My desk is pretty small, and my camera's down low, so it has to catch. Have to bring everything in close. So again, just a zigzag stitch. And then just pull it over here and zigzag this edge in. Down. And then we'll do the top. That out of the way again. So there is our cover, almost done. So I'll probably end up doing more to it, maybe another installment. And there's a section here that I didn't worry about because I think I'm going to do like a crocheted flower or something here. I want something really textural, something that really kind of 3D stands out. So I thought just a little crocheted flower of some kind would be really cute there. And then when we go to finish up the inside, we'll trim all this off and clean it all up. But for now, let's play with the inserts here. So we did a little bit in the other video. So I thought we did this guy, and turned out quite pretty. And so I thought we could do something on one of these pages. So again, I'm just making it up as I go. So I'm going to be humming and hawing quite a bit. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Let's do something like, if I have a piece here, kind of gauge the size of my journal. So not much bigger than this piece is basically what I'm going to work with. So let's do that. Let's move this out of the way for a second. And here's the sketches of the herbs that I did. So all kinds of different little herbs, and then I just repeated them just to fill my page of labels that I got. And I just rubbed on some ink. So I'm not going to repeat the whole process because I'll try and remember to link this video to this video. And if you feel like doing these, and you can use any labels. So I got these really, really cheap, but you can use any kind of labels that you have. It's the same process. And you can coffee dye most labels as well. So if you wanted to use like a wider label, a shipping label, for example, you can just repeat the process and have all kinds of different size labels. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so I thought it would be fun to use a couple of these in a layout. So let's maybe collage some things here. And I'm just kind of, like I said, just winging it, just having some fun using some scraps here. And work along with me would be nice. Kind of nice to have someone to hang out with that does the same thing. Oops. All right, and what else have I got? Just have a little scrap pile here of fabrics and papers. Sorry about my arm. Move this in maybe, so you can see what I'm rummaging through. I don't know what I've got in here. Some brown paper. You can see my colors are pretty muted. I don't usually work with bright colors. I like the softness of old papers, even though they're new. I don't have any vintage stuff. But I do love that. Oh, look at these little picket fences. That could be fun. All right, that should be enough. Sometimes I find you get too many choices and then you can't decide anything. How big is this guy? Well, he could be a pocket, maybe. Let's see. Add a pocket to this. Just a little tuck spot, maybe glue the bottom. Okay, so let's make this the page we're playing with then. So we can clean up this edge. And these are just ideas kind of snowballing as I go. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they end up in the work on some more pile. And sometimes they end up in the trash. But you learn a little something every time. You learn, and you find like over time you kind of gravitate to certain things that you really like. So I found when I first started doing this, I had just way too much material. It was crazy how much material I had. And I thought, why am I keeping all this if I don't use it? So I kind of whittled down what I did like and what I didn't like. And so I got rid of all the super bright colors. I gave them to someone else to use. Just kept a little bit of that, but not much, because I know I'm really not gravitated to use it. Now my taste can change. You know, I can suddenly be, oh, I really would like to do something bright and cheery. But it's not like you can't run out or print something offline real fast. Or design your own. So I think I'm gonna use one of these stickers now. So let's do lavender, because I love lavender. So you can see they just pull right off and they're ready to go. So you just stick them down. And I just do a bunch of sheets. So I actually did one the other day, and I'll just show you. I did birds. And then I did a little bird journal. I know this is off track, but I just wanted to show you how much fun it is to make these stickers, and then they are just ready to use in a journal. You just pull them off and decorate. So I did a little birdie journal. Thought that was really cute. And all my little sketches are in there ready to use. So now I just keep this sheet and it is ready to go whenever I need a birdie. And like when I doodle, I tend to just doodle in my bed and watching TV kind of thing, right? So it's nice and casual and relaxed atmosphere to doodle in. So maybe we'll make a tag out of this. What do you think? Kind of like the look of that. Darken up this edge. It's a little bit flimsy, so we might have to stick something a little bit more rigid behind it. See if I have anything a little stronger. Or maybe we'll just use the other side of this, double it up. That works, right? Yeah, that works. It works for me. All right, glue this down. And we'll put this on here. I think I'll leave that little white border, just a small one. Let's see if I can rip it even. I'm trying to get into habit of using this ruler. I see other people do it, and I really like the rough edge that it makes. So I'm just learning to remind myself, use the ruler. But you forget, you're so used to grabbing your go-tos, which in my case is scissors usually. But I do love like the roughness that it creates. All right, do I have my fancy hole punch out here? By fancy, I mean kind of, it's wide. Nope, I don't. Okay, so instead what we'll do is we'll just take a piece of this and we'll cut it if I can find my scissors. Oh, can't even find my scissors now, really? Oh my desk. I clean it, and then and within 5 minutes, it's trashed again. Like completely trashed. And then I don't know where my stapler is, but you can glue it too. Oh, there it is. Haha, right where I left it. There, little tag, lavender. So we can make a pocket in here for it if we want. That'd be kind of cute. Just throw a little pocket in here. So what do we got? We got this dark stuff. We got this stuff. This is kind of nice. Let's use this. So you can see I'm not much for measuring. I'm an eyeballer. I just like to wing it. That's my style. But if you're a measurer, take your time and measure. Do you. And this is my vintage ink distressed oxide that I always use. So I think for this we'll use double-sided tape and get it to cooperate. That way I know exactly how wide the pocket will be based on the width of the tape. Because sometimes I'm such a messy gluer that I over glue and then the pocket gets really small. I have to practice on my gluing. You think you get better, but when you're in that creative process and you're having fun just making a mess and gluing things down, and it doesn't really matter, right? As long as you're having fun, being creative and doing fun things. Oh, I glued that right upside down. See what I mean? There we go. Right way up. That will help. There. Little pocket. Okay. So do we want to, I think I'd like to glue this to this. We'll tape it. I hope I'm working on screen here. And we'll just tape this. We'll have it ready to tape because right now I think we'll decorate that. What have we got left? That works. Let's pull this barcode off, and this is Little Women Collection. I don't know by whom. It's a single sheet. I must have bought at a scrapbook store years ago. But I really like the color of it. I'll put that down. And again, rough edges, which is, I just love that. All right, this I think I'll glue. Choose a heavier duty glue. Let's see if my glue works. I forgot to put the lid on last night, so it might not work. She's jammed. She's jammed pretty good. There we go. Yep, walked away last night. I was tired and I didn't clean up. I just threw some stuff away real quick and I forgot to put the lid on. And now it's gonna misbehave because it's drying out. All right. Throw that on there. I want to incorporate this picket fence though somehow. I got it at the dollar store. I forgot all about it. This is kind of cute and like what goes better with gardens than fences. So it's just kind of like a die cut. Oops, garbage is on this side. So this might be kind of fun to put over top of that. That's really cute. All right, I'm sold. I think I might mess this one up just a little bit though. It's just a little too perfect. Find my little thing and dirty it up. Might as well do the whole thing. Probably use the rest of it somewhere else in this journal. There we go. Line this back up here and chop it right here. Yep, super cute. Love it. All right, let's do glue. So you only want to glue where it's gonna actually stick. We don't want to glue the above this line here. Make sure I don't put any glue there. I'm gonna glue everything down, which is something I'm more than capable of doing. There we go, that's really cute, I like that. And you could stitch around that too if you wanted. Then there's this. So why don't we add one of our little herb stickers there. So which one should we use? Let's use oregano. Who doesn't love oregano? And so, boom, ready to use. And it's your own little sketch and it's just ready to stick down. Perfect. Love that. So I'm just going to darken this edge here to separate it from this background by rubbing my ink on there. I'll do the edges here too. And make sure we're not too tall for our journal. You know, I should have probably checked that. Nope, we're good. It's probably something you want to check ahead of time. Yeah, I like that. That's really cute. Okay, so let's pull these off. I think I might add some glue to this side just because of this. Be a little bit harder to stick down. And then maybe we'll make a little journaling tag to go in there. So I'm just gonna hold that for a second, just to make sure that this one sticks, because this one's pretty bumpy. And then we can make a little tag stick in this way. And then maybe we'll just glue this to a page in there. I like that. All right, journaling tag, what do we got left? We have this guy. He's a bit dark. So what do we want to do? Just a small tag going this way, maybe? I want to cover everything. So let's go to about here. Oh, let's use the ruler. Ruler. See? Ruler. So I do like that edge. Now, if I don't want the white, I would flip it around and pull this away. That I learned as well. So let's clean this edge up just a little bit. So a good way to use up scraps, a good way to use up your sketches. Having fun, just playing with your ruler and tearing stuff, which I'm really into right now. Trying to be. Okay, there we go. Do I have my corner rounder here? I don't know if I do. Yep, there it is. I'm just going to corner round these off. There we go. Okay, so we have a tag. You can put something to make it look more like a tag. So here's another scrap. So we'll just fold a piece. And I think we want it to go in like this, right? So put the tag here. Maybe round the corners on this too. I think we'll go through it. There we go. And then we'll darken this. And then we'll glue it on. We can make this just a little bit more shallow, I think. So it doesn't have to be quite so big. There's some glue on. So yeah, my glue's drying out. It's definitely being naughty. And then can decide what we want to do for the rest. So there's a little tag. And we can decide what we want to do on here. So let's add another sticker. Let's do echinacea. So actually, before we do that, let's give it some lines so that you can write on it. I'm going to use a darker ink for that. So I've got this Coca Close to My Heart one that I really like to use. And it's a little bit darker. So I'm just going to add that to my stamp. And then I'm going to stamp down the side, see if we like that. I may not like it. It might be too busy. It is pretty busy, isn't it? So maybe I'll use a piece of paper there. And I've got this. Now, have any more scraps kicking around? Look at this. Yeah, I like that better. Let's stamp this. I find that the writing underneath with the lines is just a little too busy for my taste. So I'll cut this. Oh. I'll reuse the ruler. There. Kind of leaves a little indication on the side. I like that. Okay, let's rough up the edge, dirty up the edge here. And I like to leave little areas like this so you can journal in them. You can write notes and stuff about the garden. If that's the theme of your journal. I'm just going to shorten this a little bit. It's a little too long. I want the texture of the writing to go all the way around. Okay, that's better. All right, I'll put this down. Let's put the rough edge to the outside. There we go. And now we'll put our echinacea down. Oops, I stuck it to the other label. Cute. All right, so should we put, maybe put a word up here, like notes? This thing I got years ago. I just discovered it and started using it again. And I don't like my handwriting, so this thing comes in real handy. And it's pretty inexpensive. See if I can get this to peel. That's the only frustrating part about this stuff, is getting it to cooperate. Notes. There, I like that. This corner's kind of crooked. I don't know why. It's a funny curve. There we go. And let's dirty up these edges here. I think this is good to go. And put this in here. Kind of cute. So we got nice layers going on, some textures or drawings, some scraps of paper. So let's put that into our journal. So again, nothing's put together yet. So we put it on the very first page of the signature we want, which I think we will do. All right, let's get some heavy duty glue out and slap her on there. I have a nice little page and we've got our cover done. So I think that will be it for this video. And I'll come back and do some more. So hit that subscribe button and notification button so you don't miss out. And hopefully you enjoyed today and you can come back and visit me again. We're always going to keep building up different ideas, journals, textures. I do a lot of videos on sketching because I do like to add that element to my books. I just want to push on this a little bit. And we did these with the plastic. So there's all kinds of different textures and elements. So next time you're walking around, you see some really fun stuff like random plastic and materials and stuff, and it's cheap, grab it, because you can use it for these sorts of projects, which is a lot of fun. So there we go. So we did our cover, which we're still going to work on, I think. Obviously, we have to finish it, but I think as I come across more and more materials, I want to keep adding to it and just keep building up with textures and ideas and things like that. So we did this today, our little pocket down here, our little tuck pocket on the side, and we used up our herb stickers from another video. And I hope you come back and join me again. Have a great day, guys. Bye.